A new Kobe has been debuted on court by DeMar DeRozan, so you know what time it is. Mamba face. What's good, guys? This is Nightwing2303 from WearTesters.com. We've got a brand new first impression. This time around, it's on the brand new Nike Kobe AD. It's being called right now, but take this with a grain of salt. It's kind of being floated around here that it's called the Nike Kobe AD Exodus or Exodus. I don't know how to say it. It doesn't matter. There's too many words in the new Kobe models. Why does the name have to be so long? But anyways, on I believe the Foot Locker Canada site, there's a release calendar and it kind of states that this is the actual Kobe AD Exodus or Exodus. It also shows that its release date over there is going to be August 23rd, although over here its release date is going to be August 24th, which is Mamba Day. The retail price on the shoe has not been announced, neither has the shoe itself. It hasn't been officially unveiled by Nike just yet, but seeing as how Mamba Day is coming up pretty dang quickly, we expect them to be officially unveiled by Nike pretty soon. Now, the shoe itself hasn't gotten any real great images. We have a few on-foot images and on-court images that were from the Drew League, and this is supposed to be the debut colorway on Mamba Day as well. Meanwhile, J23 app released this morning, August 14th, this black and purple pair, and I gotta say, I really like the way that this pair looks personally. I think that these look really cool, especially compared to that weird like sail and multicolored version. Now, on these other images that J23 app actually posted, we can kind of see the traction peeking through. It's not very visible in the Drew League images, and it kind of reminds me of the Kobe 10 where it's got a bunch of little nubs or pegs. I don't know if that is the case or not. I do remember that shoe having good traction, so if that is the case, I'm not going to mind too much. I do know that if that's the case, they're not going to be very durable as far as outdoor courts are concerned, but they do have like other Kobes for that. They have like the cheaper models, if you will, so it just kind of depends. Plus there's I swear they don't make shoes durable on purpose nowadays just because they want you to cycle through them so quickly. I mean, think about it. We have how many pairs of shoes dropping every single week? They want you coming back at least once a month. Now, as far as the official unveil, that's where the tech specs are going to be announced and all that kind of good stuff. However, with the original Drew League images, we can see through the translucent outsole that there is going to be a bottom-loaded heel zoom air unit, and it's probably going to be a pretty thick one as well. The forefoot, nobody really knows what it is right now. We can always speculate that it's going to be, you know, encapsulated zoom air. It could be lunar, it could be react. We really don't know. If you're going to ask me personally what I want it to be, you know, if they can make the react and lunar combo feel the way that it did in the Kobe AD NXT 360 in this shoe, then I'm down for that being in the forefoot and having that zoom air be in the rear. I think that that would be a great setup. But feel free to let us know what you would actually like as far as the forefoot cushion is concerned. The upper looks to be like a mixture of textiles from the toe all the way to the main booty construction. And speaking of the booty construction, it is a one-piece booty. I'm not a huge fan of that. I like to have tongues on shoes. I feel like you can get a better overall fit for most foot shapes with that. So this is kind of a bummer. Not a deal breaker. I still think the shoe has potential to be great. Most Kobes are. I just prefer a tongue on there, so that's just a personal preference of mine. Something that I really like, but reminds me heavily of another shoe, is this forefoot band that's right at the flex zone. It was my favorite feature that they used on the Kyrie 3, and I do dig that it's actually on this shoe here. The only thing is that it definitely looks like the Kyrie 3 with that thing on there, which is really weird for a Kobe shoe because Kobes normally either look like themselves, kind of like one after another. They kind of remind you of the previous model, or they look like something entirely different altogether. So it's a little weird to see something that really does like look like something else on there, because normally I don't like those types of comments where it's like this shoe looks like that shoe or that shoe looks like this shoe. It's just like, guys, come on, let designers design, let them be creative, let them do what they do. Stop comparing things that aren't really comparable. But in this particular situation, that thing right there is from the Kyrie 3. And something that I really like is a very small detail. I can't exactly see what it says. I know it says something fiber, but it's right there at that very last eyelet or strand. And I know that that's like not a cool thing for some people, but for me, I just like it when they like really point at what the tech is in the shoe. I think it's really dope. So that tiny little detail just kind of like warms my heart a little bit. And then the rear logos I think are awesome. I love seeing the Kobe logo or the Shizuku logo. And then instead of using what they've been using, which are kind of like the stitch marks, they actually spell out Kobe, and they do it in multicolors. Reminds me of the 90s. I think that this part is probably my favorite feature of the shoe, besides the little flex zone in the forefoot. You can also see the Shizuku logo poking through on the internal medial side, so it's going to be a pretty large logo, and if it's reflective, that would be awesome. So that pretty much takes care of it as far as my thoughts on the shoe, as well as what we can actually see without anything being officially unveiled. So again, we don't know the retail price. We assume that the shoe in the sale colorway is coming out on Mamba Day, just because we've seen it on release calendars. Tyler's listed as a new Kobe AD, but we're speculating, so that's what we're talking about here. Feel free to let us know what you guys think down below in the comment section, and what we're gonna do real quick is head over to WearTesters.com, see what you guys think in the comment section. So let's do it. Richie says, I really don't like these. They look like a Kyrie, almost like a Kyrie 2 to me. I actually do like the way that they look aesthetically. I think they look really cool. I disagree on the Kyrie 2 thing because they look absolutely nothing like the Kyrie 2, but like I was saying earlier, that little toe piece, definitely from the Kyrie 3. There is no ifs, ands, or buts about it. That is where we saw that thing first, and we're seeing it again. It's from the Kyrie 3. Tyler says, finally, these actually look like a Kobe shoe. They remind me of the 5s. I just hope that Nike came to their senses and didn't try to tell a story with the traction. Bruh, you tell no lies. Simple herringbone with a nice soft sticky rubber will do, or just use the Nike Kobe 9 traction on every model for the rest of all time. I am right there with you, man. The Kobe 9's traction or simple herringbone, does it really get any better than that? Actually, it does. The Air Jordan 28, bar none, really great traction. Also Nike Penny 5, just saying. But like you, I'm super stoked to play in these things. These things just, they look fun. You know what I mean? Abel Arias says, after the NXT 360s, these seem like a step or two back. What are you doing?
Hello there, Nightwing.
Uh-huh. No, I'm not talking to you, bruh. I like they should call me Nightwing though, that was kind of cool. Anyways, after the NXT 360, these seem like a step back or two. How are they going to give us 360 degrees of Flyknit and React and then go back to whatever this is? Let me guess, heel zoom and 4-foot lunar? These honestly look like the next Kobe phenomenon. Well, I don't quite share your sentiments, but I do respect your opinion. I don't feel like this is a step back at all. I feel like this is just natural progression of the line. The Air Jordans from the 1 all the way up to what, the 11 used all the same tech, and then from the 12 all the way up to, I mean, shoot, like the 19, again, all use the same tech. So this is not out of the ordinary. And to be perfectly honest, the 360 degree Flyknit that they used on the NXT 360 was highly overrated. Yes, it was cool, but it wasn't like the best thing in the world. You know what I mean? Like, it wasn't like a major advancement in sneaker technology or anything like that. It was just a gimmick. This actually looks like a no frills, no gimmick type of shoe. They're going kind of back to basics, going with what works, and I dig that. TJT says, I dig the deconstructed look, but Kobe needs to figure out how to name this sneaker better. Dude, come on, man. Like, that's what I'm saying. Why is there so many words in these sneaker names? Can't we just go with the numbers? It's the Kobe, number it. It's the Kobe, number it again. It's the Kobe. What comes after the previous number? That's what this should be. It's not rocket science. Just name a shoe in chronological order. Secular Human says, oh look, yet another sock shoe. This is true. No comment. Austin says, in my opinion, the shoe looks okay. It doesn't look as cool as the NXT 360, but much better than the Kobe AD mids. These Kobe's remind me of a Kyrie. I also think Nike is going for that deconstructed look that we've seen in the off-white shoes. Hopefully these shoes perform well. I agree with everything that you said, although I do think that these will look better than the Kobe AD NXT 360s, but I do agree that it's not quite as cool seeing, like, you know, basic stuff in comparison to that 360 Flyknit. But like I said, that Flyknit is just a gimmick. It wasn't anything crazy or special. So seeing something that just actually works, it's meant for performance, I do dig that. We've talked about the Kyrie thing. They took that toe thing from the Kyrie 3. Don't at me, bro. And that's kind of what that little toe piece, that little like circle around that last eyelet or strand, nylon strand, does remind me of. Not quite off-white. It reminds me more of the tech spec sheets that they used to paste inside of the actual sneaker boxes back in the day. But I could see how like some of the newer generation would see that, like, oh, this looks like a deconstructed shoe, because that's basically what they've been doing lately. And that pretty much takes care of it for my thoughts. It takes care of it for some of our readers' thoughts at WearTesters.com. Go ahead and head over there. I'm going to leave a link in the description box below, as well as leave a comment here. But if you wanted to join in the conversation of what they've already said, you can go over there, leave comments on the site, leave comments here on the video. It's all up to you. Are you excited for the latest Kobe? Are you unimpressed by it? Sound off below, let us know. Thank you so much for watching. Thanks for all your support. We greatly appreciate it. And until next time, guys, have a good one.